Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host, Kathleen Egal Toto, Madam CS, the girl within the news. And this is the Striker. Stay tuned and have it raw and thrill. The Striker today leads us to the signaling out the ICC witnesses. The question is, what is happening? Let's have this discussion one on one. December 27, 2007, Kenyans went onto the general poll to elect the president who could lead the country for the next 5 years up to 2012. The major political rivals included the Orange Democratic Party, led by the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and the Party of National Unity, led by the then incumbent president, the late Emilio Mwai Kibaki. Elections that were marred with controversies, claims of leaking, and contestation. That is so, the then president Mwai Kibaki being declared the winner and eventually sworn into presidency few minutes to 6 p.m. Results that plunged Kenya into the chaotic post-election violence where many were killed, displaced, and property worth billions of shillings destroyed. Chaotic events that culminated to the Ocambo 6 in 2011. And finally, Kenya finding itself in the list at the ICC, the International Criminal Court, on charges of crime against humanity. Among those in the list included the then President Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his deputy Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the current President of the Republic of Kenya. Since 2011, when Kenya entered the International Criminal Court on charges against humanity, many who were accused under Ocambo 6 have been cleared in what has been termed as lack of evidence to sustain the case or lack of cooperation from the Kenyan government. As many of these have been cleared and their cases dropped, the ICC witnesses, up to 13 of them, have also been mysteriously dying. The question is, what is happening? The CSTV takes us back to history and brings us these conversations. A lot of questions need to be answered, and perhaps what lessons can we learn from such cases and witnesses that were involved in the murder, for example, of Robert Ohuko, using the past to answer our present. Stay tuned and let's have this discussion. Welcome back. I'm your host, Kathleen Egal Toto, Madam C as the host within the news. And this is signing out the ICC witnesses. Now, when Kenyans went to the general poll on December 2007, they didn't anticipate the chaotic events that followed the electoral results. As normal, people cast their votes and went home. But something wrong was cooking somewhere. After the annunciation of President Mwai Kibaki as the winner, the country plunged into chaos. The rival political parties, that the PNU and the ODM, could not agree on who was the leader or who won the elections. As a result, there was a lot of ethnic violence, displacement, and property worth millions of money actually being destroyed in the country. It is the violence that attracted the AU, sending its convoy for negotiation and finally leading to the formation of the Grand Coalitional Government. And as a result, the country ended up having up the Prime Minister and the President in what was called the Serikali ya Nusu Mkate. But as this was taking shape, actually, Kenya was on the ICC ladder. Led by Luis Moreno Ocampo, the ICC prosecutor by then, and using the work report, actually, a list of 6 suspected individuals to have propelled the violence in 2007 was pulled. And this list was presented to Luis Moreno Ocampo in 2011. And that's how Kenyans found themselves on the ICC list, with President Uhuru Kenyatta appearing before the ICC as a sitting president at that particular time. Since then, a lot has happened. Among the people who were in the Ocampo 6 lists, some were declared as not having a case as early as 2012, while others like President Uhuru Kenyatta and President Dr. William Samoei Ruto being declared on 2014 and 2016 respectively. How were these cases actually cleared? Lack of evidence. All what Fatou Pesud says was lack of state cooperation. But the most maybe troubling side of this ICC is the mysterious dying of the ICC witnesses. 1 week ago, one of the lawyers in the ICC case was found dead, and his death added to the 13th individuals who were either journalists, just normal citizenry, or lawyers as witnesses in the ICC who either went missing and they are not known where they are, or who actually died under mysterious conditions. And one could ask himself or herself, what is happening in that we have individuals mysteriously dying? Is it a normal death? Is it that somebody is behind these deaths? In such a high-profile case, Kenyans will not cease to doubt the death of any person who is associated with this particular case. And this then raises the question, who were actually the perpetrators of the 2007 post-election violence? Is it that truly the Ocampo 6 were the people behind the post-election violence? Or we have individuals behind the curtain who were not mentioned in the Ocampo 6 list? It also raises a lot of questions concerning the safety of any individual who actually can come out to give evidence in such a high-profile case. How capable is the International Court of Justice in terms of protecting witnesses, especially when they deal with such high-profile cases of crime against humanity? How willing is a country, for example, like Kenya, to protect individuals who are actually giving evidence for such cases? So basically, the mysterious deaths of the ICC witnesses takes us back to remind the common citizenry in Kenya that sometimes you may know something, but you cannot come out to talk about it. because you do not know whether the last word you will utter in that court will be your last word on earth. It should be noted that this is not the first time we are having witnesses in high-profile cases being killed or going missing. Recently, we had lawyer Willie Kimani's killers being given a lifetime sentence. This lawyer was just killed because he was seen to propel a case that could put a police constable in trouble. So what did the police officer do? They killed him. An innocent lawyer who was fighting for justice of another person finds himself being kidnapped, goes missing, and is killed. And 5 years later to 6 years later is when justice is being served. But remember, this justice does not bring this person back to life. Perhaps the most renowned high-profile case that Kenya has ever had again was the political assassination of Robert Ouko. About 15 witnesses who were ready to witness and give evidence before the commission and before the courts in Kenya either mysteriously went missing or mysteriously died. And more than 2 decades later, who killed Robert Ouko has never been answered. The death of Robert Ouko is not alone. The death of Chris Msando, 5 years later, nobody knows what happened. And so is the death of Jacob Schuma and many more. How secure are you as a witness in any case that is high profile? Will you come out to give the information, or you will die with your information inside to protect yourself and your family? With the ICC witnesses missing and dying, will that case ever come to an end, or will the victims of post-election violence ever get justice? Is ICC really capable of bringing justice to the victims of post-election violence? Or should we just forget and move on? It is a call to all of us that a lot needs to be answered. Questions need to be asked. But who will give those answers? The CSTV signing out. The ICC witnesses. Lessons from the past to inform the present. Stay tuned and have it all in drill. See you next time.